I almost forgot what I was going to talk about for news tonight, but I remembered just as I was getting ready. Game Awards nominations are up. I do know who the Game of the Year nominees are, and I'm just going to go ahead and get these out of the way because I think they are the first ones that show up. So let me switch over into here. I forget. The Game Awards website likes to have, you know, they like to have a spectacle on their site, and it causes everything to go shit. Hold on. Because I don't know if it's showing it or not. Oh, that's why I had to turn off the video game thing. Alright, so here we go. Let's go vote. Because I haven't placed my votes yet. Oh, and also, by the way, I can't remember if I've said this before or not. I'm not going to be able to do a live reaction of the Game Awards this year. I kind of forgot it was happening on a Thursday, and I didn't request that day off. So, yeah. And I have no means of risking a point. So, I'm not doing that this year. It's unfortunate. We can try and go for again for next year. But we can at least look at the Game of the Year nominees and all the other stuff. So, we have Astrobot, Balatro, Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree, which I will talk about in just a second, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and Metaphor ReFantasia. Now, apparently, this was a change they made this year to make DLCs okay, so I think they specified that it has to be a DLC that like drastically adds enough to the game for it to be in contention, which is kind of the reason why Shadow of the Erdtree was here. But as far as I'm aware, I think Shadow of the Erdtree, it's literally just like a regular ass expansion. I don't think it really changes too much of the main game. I've yet to play Elden Ring, by the way, so I'm talking basically completely out of my ass. I would love to play Elden Ring at some point. I just have too many things I'm playing right now. And so here's my thing, right? I already have an issue with remasters being contenders. Like I think it was The Last of Us Part 1 remaster was in contendership for last year, which I thought was completely ridiculous. Now remakes, I feel like remakes are a different thing because remakes, you know, they're called remakes. They literally remake the game from the ground up in its own, like, to make it more modernized, which is why I actually don't really give too much of a shit about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth being there. Because Rebirth, in my opinion, changes enough. I mean, it clearly changes enough. Just looking at OG 7 and then looking at Rebirth and the remakes and all that. So, like, I have no issue with 7 Rebirth. Erdtree, well, one, Erdtree being on here kind of just shows that this year was basically kind of a dead spot year for games. Even though, my personal opinion, you probably could have honestly put Palworld or Space Marine 2 on here instead of fucking, like, I don't know anything about Balatro other than the fact that it's a card game. Apparently, people were talking about it a lot for a couple months at the beginning of the year, but my main takeaway is that the only 2 games I recall anybody talking about at the beginning of the year were Palworld and Helldivers 2, which, man, I very easily could have seen Helldivers 2 on this list if Sony didn't shoot themselves in the foot with the PSN requirement thing that locked out 22 countries, which, by the way, is still a thing. So you have that, which is probably another reason why Helldivers 2 isn't even on here. And also, I'm gonna be honest, I've completely uninstalled Helldivers 2. The last few content updates just haven't been exciting for me. Like, nothing interesting is being added to Helldivers 2 to make me want to go back to it. Like, the mech suit wasn't enough, especially since the mech suit was literally made to be dog shit. And then you had the armored vehicle, the BTR, which I'm also just not excited to play because you have to unlock those. And to unlock those things quicker, you gotta do higher level difficulties on Helldivers 2, and I'm not really big on that. It's like, as far as I'm aware too, there's another enemy type that was in the first Helldivers game that they still haven't added into the second game. So you have an entire missing faction that hasn't been added yet. The last update I saw that looked vaguely interesting was the fact that they added basically an M1 Garand to the game. They added a gun that is literally meant to be dog shit, which is a little bit hilarious when you consider the fact that a lot of the guns in the game have gone, like, a lot of the good guns in Helldivers 2 have likely been nerfed. And it's like, I just don't have fun playing Helldivers 2 anymore. Like, with or without friends. Like, I remember early on, one of the main, because, like, we need another mode. We need, like, a larger scale player mode for Helldivers 2. That would get me interested enough to come back. Because I remember people saying, like, oh, you know what would be really fucking cool is if they added, like, a game mode that added, like, 16 or 32 players in it, so you can have it be like a literal war zone. It's like, could you imagine that kind of shit on like Malevolent Creek, for example? Like, do like an actual beach landing on Malevolent Creek? That would be awesome. I would love to do. If they did that, shit, you already got me back in the game. But that doesn't appear to be the case. And obviously, Space Marine 2, I'm shocked that's not on here. Because Space Marine 2 was doing really fucking well when it came out. And on top of that, it's adding content updates that keeps me wanting to go back. Like, it's going to be adding more maps to Eternal War. They added that new operation, like, last month, and they're adding more operations soon. Like, I have more fun playing Space Marine 2 than I do Helldivers. So, I'm a little bit shocked that Space Marine 2 isn't on here. Astrobot, I 100% see. Black Myth Wukong, definitely see. Metaphor, definitely see. I really want to play Metaphor at some point. I have played a little bit of Black Myth Wukong though. I got through the first area. I haven't played it in a couple months. But to be honest, like, because they added, I think the only reason why they added Shadow the Erdtree was just so that they can try and get Elden Ring to win Game of the Year again. That is 100% why this is here. But because I've played it, I'm gonna vote Black Myth Wukong. Because it is arguably one of the best Souls-lights I've played. Oh, it's the same thing. I'm just gonna do Black Myth. Best narrative. I have not heard good things about Hellblade 2. I'm actually a little bit surprised that's on here. Like, literally everything I've heard about Hellblade 2 is that it's a very boring walking sim. And who knows, maybe it does have a good narrative. I still have yet to play Hellblade 2. Yeah, see, like, I don't even really have an issue with Silent Hill 2 being on here, because that's a full-blown remake that gives us, like, a different gameplay style and everything, so... At least I think it does, roughly. But, I'm gonna be that person, just add Like a Dragon, because I know those games generally have really good, like, the main... It's so funny, because the joke with, the Yakuza games is great main, like, serious ass main story, but goofy as fuck side quests. Best art direction, technical achievement, artistic design, and animation. I'm just about Wukong again. It's very beautiful, even though it makes the PS5 chug like a motherfucker. Best score and music. Oh man, Stellar Blade is on here. Jesus. I'm just gonna put. I know Final Fantasy VII is gonna have good music, so. Audio design. Black Ops 6, really? Actually. I don't know. If we want my personal opinion, Modern Warfare 2 had the best audio design, but Yeah, I'll go Black Ops 6 on this one. Best performance, here we go. We got Brianna White in Final Fantasy VII, Hannah Tell in Life is Strange, Humberly Gonzalez, my mistake, and Luke Roberts, Silent Hill, Senua Saga. That's the same lady who played Senua in the first game, I believe. Yeah? Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna vote her just based on the fact that she just did really well in Hellblade 1. And I would like to hope that she did put on a, you know, an equally great performance for Hellblade 2. Innovation and accessibility recognizes software and hardware that is pushing the medium forward and adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. Honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. Okay, I could see both either Black Ops 6 or Dragon Age winning, because Dragon Age, based on everything I've seen from the Veilguard, it obviously it does away with like the RPG-ness, like the tactical RPG stuff from the earlier Dragon Age. The only Dragon Age game I've played, by the way, has been Origins. So that's where I'm basing this off of. And everything I've seen from Dragon Age the Veilguard has been it's basically an action RPG. And I know action RPGs are more like, you can get a bigger audience with a action RPG than you can a tactical RPG. So, or CRPG, I think would be the proper term for it. So I can see Veilguard doing it. Black Ops 6, the Omni movement is really good. Like, just the updated movement in Black Ops 6 is really, really nice. The fact that it's funny, even though you don't really do it that often, I do find myself sprinting backwards and left and right a lot more often, and it's really, really neat. It's really nice. So, yeah, Veilguard I could see winning because you're just going to get a bigger audience with an action RPG than you are CRPG, and Black Ops 6 because of the Omni movement specifically. And given that that's actually a new feature for the Call of Duty games, and I hope they continue to keep that for all the other future games. So I'm going Black Ops 6 on this one. Games for Impact. Actually, I can. Okay, so honestly, guys, if you haven't played Tales of Kinzera, play it. It is so fucking good. It is one of the best Metroidvanias I've ever played, and the story is so heartwarming. Like, I've been brought to tears with this game's story, and it's so good. Because I can't remember the dude's name. He basically made this game in honor of his dad, and the entire story is this, not Zhao, but it's a different character in like the mod, because you're playing in like this story that the father was making. I won't try and go into too much detail because I do want to play this game on stream at some point. And the entire story is just like the main character trying to like mourn, basically, and it is done so well that it's just fantastic. So I'm going with Kinzera here. Best ongoing. Oh, but Helldivers 2, no, why? I'm just gonna go Final Fantasy 14 because Destiny 2 right now, even though Revenant is pretty good, and I just remembered, I think Revenant continues tomorrow. Like, I think Act 2 comes out tomorrow. Diablo 4, I don't know anything about, even though I've been hearing good things about the recent content updates for Diablo 4. Fortnite is Fortnite. It's always gonna update, and people are still gonna come back and play it. Helldivers 2, I already said my piece when it came to Helldivers 2's Helldivers 2's content updates. So yeah, so I'm going 14 on this. I'm still trying to queue for that new raid, by the way. Best community support. Okay, I could do Final Fantasy 14, but I'm gonna vote Baldur's Gate 3 purely based on the fact. Hold on, let me find it. And I want to say they posted this on Twitter as well. But I'm voting Baldur's Gate 3 just based on the fact that I came across an ad on Facebook that they did. Let me save this. Because I think it might still be going on. There's a 20% off sale going on with Baldur's Gate 3. And on their promotion for this sale, they hold on. I'm trying not to spoil it because I'm trying to. Adding images to stream is hard. Okay, where is it? Here it is. The ad. It's this. Does your friend have a Gale-sized hole that needs filling? Just from this alone. Also, unfortunately, yeah, the sale is done on Baldur's Gate 3. But just from this alone, Baldur's Gate 3 is getting my vote. So, yeah. Best independent game. I haven't played any of these. I know Neva was shown off quite a bit at a Summer Game Fest. I'm just gonna go Neva. Best debut indie game. Oh, okay. I can honestly see either Manor Lords or Pacific Drive taking this because I hear a lot of good things about these two games in particular. I don't know anything about Plucky Squire. Again, I don't know Balatro, and I don't know Animal Wall. Best mobile game. Let's see. We got AFK Journey, Balatro, Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. I have actually been playing this, and it's been fun. Withering Waves and Endless Zone Zero. I'm actually a little bit surprised Nikkei is on here, but granted, this could also be like this year releases. So, since I have just been playing it, I'm going for Pokemon Pocket TCG. Best VR AR, Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow, Metal Hellsinger VR, and Metro Awakening. I've been hearing good things about all these games. Like, I was expecting people to be a little bit mad with the next game in the Arkham series being a VR game, but I've actually been hearing good things about Arkham Shadow. I'm personally, this is bias, I'm gonna go Metal Hellsinger VR. So, yeah. If only I had the room to play. Best action, I'm going Warhammer Space Marine 2. I like Wukong, Black Ops 6, Eldar 2, Space Marine 2. That's taking my vote. That game's just way too fun. It's like it's a Warhammer fan's Doom. Even though I would imagine a lot of Warhammer fans play Doom anyway. Best action adventure. It's actually a little bit hilarious seeing Outlaws getting so many nominations and that game didn't do well. I'm gonna go Astrobot. Best RPG, Dragon's Dogma 2, Metaphor, Elden Ring, Final Fantasy VII, and Like a Dragon. I still have yet to play Dragon's Dogma 2. I would love to play it, although I hear it's still very poorly optimized, which is unfortunate. Metaphor, I'm probably gonna go Metaphor on this. It's medieval fantasy Persona. Best fighting game. Tekken 8, Multiversus. I don't know. I didn't think people still played this game. Marvel's Capcom, Grand Blue, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I'm gonna be honest. I could see this going to either Tekken 8 or Dragon Ball. That's just how I see it. I still need to play Tekken 8 at some point. Best family game. Probably gotta be Mario. We got Astrobot, Princess Peach, which I have actually, but I've been watching a playthrough of Princess Peach Showtime, and it looks really cool. I like that we're getting games based on like the other, based on like the what am I thinking of? The female leads, basically. So we got the Zelda game, and then Princess Peach Showtime. But if I'm being completely honest here, I can see this being a tie between Super Mario Party and Astrobot. But probably gonna go Super Mario Party. Best Sim strategy game: Age of Mythology, Frostpunk, Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, and Unicorn Overlord. That's a name. I've only ever played. I think I did stream the first Frostpunk game a while, like a couple years ago. My monitor just went off. Hey, what are you doing? Yeah, there, cat. Dad. Boop. Yeah, no, I did play Frostpunk 1 a while back. I don't know. I'm not big on these like survival city builders where it's like, oh, you gotta keep your food up, otherwise everyone fucking dies and you lose. I'm just gonna go Manor Lords again. Best sports racing game. Because I've been playing it, 2K24. I think that's one of the first times a WWE game has been nominated in this category. Best multiplayer. I'm gonna go to Black Ops 6, but I do like Warhammer Space Marine. Best adaptation. Let's see, we got Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon. Is this good? Has anyone watched this? Because I know Amazon's whole thing with this, like, oh, we're not going to play the games. We're going to make our own story. Is this good? Someone let me know if this is good or not. Knuckles, I've heard very hit or miss things about. And Tomb Raider, I don't know anything about. But I know Fallout, if I'm going to be honest, because I've been hearing a lot, I got to watch Arcane. I got to watch Arcane one of these days. But I've been hearing so many good things about Arcane, and also just so many good things about Fallout. I'm probably gonna vote Arcane, purely biased because Linkin Park is gonna be on the soundtrack. Which, by the way, quick side note, I've listened to From Zero at least 3 times now fully, and it's fucking amazing. It's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. So yeah. Most anticipated game: Death Stranding, Grand Theft Auto 6, Metroid Prime 4, Monster Hunter Wilds, and yeah, Ghost of Yotei. This is probably gonna go to either GTA 6 or Monster Hunter Wilds. I do want to play. I need to play Ghost of Tsushima. I need to sit down and play Ghost of Tsushima. It's on my to play list for you know, off Twitch. So I'm still trying to get through. Oh, I thought my sound went out for a minute. But, you know, I've been playing through Marvel's Midnight Suns. Which has, that's been pretty fun. But I'm gonna go GTA 6, because I'm just excited. Like, I am legitimately excited for GTA 6, even though it's probably gonna cost me fucking all of my hard drive space just to play it. I just want to roll around in Vice City again, man. It's been way too long. Which, speaking of, I heard the Definitive Trilogy got an update that added classic lighting to the game and a lot of other, like, classic effects. So, like, the Definitive Trilogy is, like, actually, you know, can be a preferred way of playing the game now. So, that's cool. It's nice to know that and apparently, the original developers for the Definitive Trilogy, Grove Street Games, they've been basically completely, replaced by someone different. So that was an interesting news story to read. Best content creator of the year. I don't know any of these guys. I vaguely know Typical Gamer, I think. I'm gonna go the VTuber just because. Best esports game, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang. Wait, are these 3 Riot games? Is Mobile Legends also a Riot? Well, no, it doesn't say Riot games, but it's the fact that it's League of Legends and Mobile Legends, just, I don't know, that, yeah, you also got 2 Valve games on here. Jeez. I'm just gonna go League of Legends. It's easily the most anticipated esports event of the year. Esports athlete, I'm gonna go Faker. Yeah, because this is where we start getting into, like, the categories I know nothing about. So, T1. Oh, that was it. Okay. Open... Okay, wait. Player's choice. Oh, is player's choice like the actual, Okay. So that is something I'm gonna have to look at. I'll keep note. Yeah, those were the Game Awards, nominations. Very interesting stuff there. Again, I am disappointed I won't be there to do a live stream, but again, it is what it is. So, yeah.